Hey, what's going on, guys? Reed here, and I'm back with another tech video. And this time we are going to be talking about how to use PearPC to emulate old macOS versions. Now, there are some important notices I'm going to need to talk about. And the thing is that it's not, this is like your last resort kind of emulator. It doesn't really work the best, and it's got some bugs and can only emulate 10.1 to 10.4. So there are some things that have been confirmed to not work. I'm going to go ahead and talk about those in just a minute, but I will be right back, and we're going to be doing this on the Windows computer as there's no macOS version of this. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back. I'm going to talk about some important notices, some things that have been guaranteed to not work using PearPC. Basically, PearPC is more of an emulator. I consider it my last resort because it doesn't work as well. It's got some bugs in it and stuff, but it works enough to use it. In fact, there's a long-standing bug where your mouse will freeze up. It uses the old and unsupported and less supported CUDA as its mouse thing. It's more compatible, and it's probably the only one that works with my mouse, at least on the Mac. But it's less supported, and so it's kind of uses the older stuff. But of course, you need to do that in order to get PowerPC working. But there's some downsides with this, like you can't switch out CDs without having to shut it down and stuff and change it. But yeah, so we're gonna get right to the notices. You can use physical install CDs in macOS 10.1 and 10.4. Probably the easiest option, but it hasn't really been tested. So, and you can't use an installed DVD of 10.4. You can use an installed CD. You can't use a DVD. PowerPC doesn't read DVDs. You might be able to use an ISO of an installed DVD, but it did not work when I tested it. And you can't use ISO images of 10.4 because they have to be switched during the installation process, which once again, I just said, PowerPC does not support that. Now, this is probably the best one. The guide on Immaculation reflects this, so does this video, is using ISO images of 10.1, 10.2, and 10.3. Now, for this, I'm going to be doing 10.2, so I'm going to go ahead, head to my sources. You might want to use 7-zip to use the files because they're archived. You can go ahead and download that. I've already got it installed, as you can see right here. But it's a very small program, doesn't really use much. We're going to download macOS from this link right here. We're going to do WinWorld for this. So, WinWorld is a really good site. It celebrates a lot of abandonware from an old operating systems and stuff. So, you can't use any of these with it. So, 10.1 to 10.4 is what works with PowerPC. For this case, I'm going to be doing 10.2, as there's an important thing you have to do in 10.2 and above. Go and select a server that's closest to you. We'll start downloading. Now, as that's downloading, there's a few other things we need to get here. We need to get PearPC, of course. I don't like using these links in Edge. I prefer to use Chrome. So I'm just copying and pasting these. I'll have these all linked in the description. Go ahead and do the one right here that's the latest, Win32JITC. Don't use any of the others. It'll take you to SourceForge, and it will start downloading in a few seconds. This is a very small download. It's like almost 400 kilobytes. The next thing you're going to need is a blank hard drive image. This can take a long time to verify. I'm going to wait till the other downloads finish to do this. And to set up networking, like wireless and stuff in the emulated machine, you're going to need to use this guide here. This is the guide recommended by Immaculation for this. And of course, this here is the guide I used for this video from Immaculation again. Immaculation's a great site in my opinion. It's really helpful for doing this. And so you can use it for a lot of things, and Immaculation has all sorts of emulators on it. I'm going to try and cover all of them, but I have covered some of them in the past. But anyways, now that those are finished downloading, I'm going to download the blank hard drive image. This one is actually a small download. It's like only a couple 10 kilobytes. I don't know if that even makes sense, but yeah, it's about 28.2 kilobytes. It takes a long time to verify because it's really compressed, so it's actually 6 gigabytes in size. So that's going to take some time to verify. In the meantime, we're going to deal with our other downloads here. Go ahead and create a folder wherever you'd like, downloads, wherever, but make sure you save the path of it and call it PearPC. This can be any name you like, but I prefer PearPC. It's way easier. what you're going to want to do is take this, you're going to want to open it with 7-zip. You might need to, in the open menu, you might need to choose another program on this PC and browse to the file. Like what I'd do is I'd browse to program files, 7-zip, and you want to select 7-zip FM. If you need to do that to open it, sometimes it doesn't show up in the menu. So create a new folder, you can open it in 7-zip. Go ahead and press extract and set it to a different directory. In this case, I'll be using extract temp. It will go ahead and extract it. Sometimes it takes some time. We'll see how much it works right now. I'm re-recording this after a tech issue, by the way, so I'm going to hope it doesn't crash again, because like last time I tried this, it crashed my entire computer. So we'll see how this works, and if it crashes again, I'll just have to not publish this video. So, because I had to like reboot my computer, everything, lost all my footage. So we'll see how well this works. It already seems to be running maybe a little slower, so I might decrease the quality before I go to do this. I'll of course convert it back to 4K when I'm done, but I might decrease the quality for a bit. If you guys, I'll probably cut it out. So I do apologize for that in advance, because that's probably going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. It's still verifying. It seems like it takes a while sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to keep messing with the other downloads while that's working. So I see that this is almost done. This is for, we're going to put these in the PearPC folder. Everything you use is going to go in this folder here. So when this is finished, I'm just trying to get rid of the unnecessary files by doing it this way. So it looks like it's almost done. Come on, you're so close there. You can do it. Oh boy. There it goes. So now that it's done that, you should be able to delete this safely. You can head to the folder where you put it. You can delete that. And we're going to go ahead and take both of these and copy them into our PearPC. You might only have one. Depends on the version of macOS you're using. You might have 3 if you're doing macOS 10.3. If you do macOS 10.3, I don't recommend that you change the settings or add additional stuff, because doing that will make it to where it prompts you for disk 3 and it's not supported. But the way you're going to do disk 1 and disk 2 here is it's going to try to reboot it and it'll turn itself off, and then you can simply add the second disk in your config, and then you can just boot from that. But anyways, now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and you can extract this one now. You're going to want to extract all of these to your PearPC folder once again. There we go. It's done. Then now, so now you're going to also put the 6 GB image in there after you extract it and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out while it's verifying, because it takes a long time on here. So I will be back when this is finished, and then the quality will probably be decreased by then. Okay guys, I am back. This thing still seems like it might be running a little slow, but I'm just trying to make sure that this will work so I don't have to worry about my computer crashing. So I've downloaded this. You can go ahead and open it with 7-zip. It might not pop up here. If it doesn't, you can click that and browse to the file like I said. So you can go ahead and extract it once again. It runs pretty fast at the start. It might start to slow down over time because it's been formatted for you. There it goes. It's like I said. But basically that's gonna run and do its thing. It doesn't take that long. I've decreased the quality. I'm hoping that helps. So, and of course you shouldn't see much of a difference because I'm just I'm gonna up the quality later. But just be aware of that. This has crashed before, so I'm trying to prevent that. But so it looks like this thing's finishing up, and so let's see. Now that it's finished, that ran way faster than last time for sure. I'm gonna delete these files. You can take this image and put this in PearPC. Now we need to create a config file. You're going to go to new text document, call it PearPC, open it with a text editor. Now you're going to take some code I've got the code right here. You can find this on Immaculation if you don't want to type all this in the guide I used. Go ahead and paste the code in, and we're going to change a few things around here. So first thing we need to change, this is where you're going to set the path to your hard drive. The full path needs to be the full path. Red one. And then in this case, if you left it as a default name, it should be Mac OS X _6 gigabyte.img. Don't forget the file extension. Then here, we've got, this is where you're going to put your CD-ROM. And so for CD-ROM, the name will vary, so make sure you check it, because so you need to make sure you've got it right. Don't want to put disk 2 in yet, just disk 1, and this should be an .img file. So that should be all we have to change. So go ahead and save it. Now we are going to rename it to be PearPC.cfg for config. It will prompt you that file might become unusable. Go ahead and press yes. In fact, it was unusable as a .text, but now it's usable. So it's actually the opposite of what it said. Now you might be thinking, oh, just run this and we're done. No. You actually can't just run this. You have to run it with parameters. There's two ways you can do this. You can right click it and click create shortcut, and you can add it in the target, or what I like to do, so you can do it multiple times, open a command prompt, run it as an administrator. And so now with the command prompt, you're going to type cd change to your PearPC directory. There you go. Now to start it, you're gonna do this every time you want to start it, even after it reboots. You're gonna type PPC, then the name of your config. .cfg. Then you'll notice this will start. This is where my computer crashed, so I'm gonna be careful here. It looks like it's not doing it now, but you're gonna press the one that says CD-ROM 0. So for me, it's number 1 because of the 1 on the side. So go ahead and do that. Press enter. It will boot. Looks like it's running way better than it was before. Sometimes you'll get this issue. Close it. Try again. I didn't have that issue when I was starting, but usually it doesn't do that. You'll see a loading icon. It should boot. There it is. So you'll notice that up here it says F12 enables mouse. Either press F12 or click in it to get the mouse inside there. Now your mouse is in here and you cannot use it in your host where you're actually running it now. So to get out of that, you need to press F12 to do so. Now what I like to do is you can, if you want, open disk utility. And make sure that this shows up. If it does, you can safely close it. You can select your language. I'll read its packages, press continue, do the usual. Now it's going to ask you to select a destination. Of course, select your hard drive. You shouldn't have to customize any options. If you click this button here, you can change some things. I guess I'll add that. It doesn't really matter. Press install. It will go ahead and do an installation thing, and once it's done through the first portion and you need to insert the second disk, what it will do is it will shut down and you'll be back to the command prompt. So I'll be back when it has done that. Okay guys, I am back. It's closed. You'll see a lot of text here. This is just some logging and CPU stuff. But when it says basically, now we've got to re-enter it, but first there's something we got to modify. So in your config, you're going to go ahead and open it. I'm going to use WordPad for this case. And so we can leave that. Now we have to change this to disk 2. But now we got to boot from the hard drive. So I'm going to go ahead and re-enter it. Now, in this time, we want to root from number 2, partition 3 of disk 0. So that the installation can continue and that it can start installing from the second disk. This doesn't work on 10.4 because of the fact that with 10.4 it has to switch them without rebooting. So just a quick little note, you'll notice that it will do its thing and it should pick right back up where it was. Yes, here it is. So it'll install. You should be able to just wait for that to pop up. Shouldn't have to do anything when it says that. Then it will go ahead and install the additional software from the install disk 2. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that. I'm gonna go ahead and let this run again. I'll be back soon. Okay guys, I am back. It's on the setup screen. I'm gonna leave most of the set to you guys. It's pretty straightforward, but I do want to say one thing. If your mouse stops moving all of a sudden, and in the prompt right here you see something about event dropped, well, and something about IO CUDA, then please note that that is a long-standing bug, and your mouse will probably not move again until you restart. So, just want to let you guys know about that if you're ever wondering. But basically, you just select your settings and stuff. You do have to fill this out, but it won't connect to the internet because you haven't set up networking. But I'm going to end the video here, guys. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Everyone, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.